Hey everyone, welcome back. Mia Paulus here. So today we're going to talk about how to work less, earn more, what I call the team sourcing paradox. So is it possible to work less and earn more? I'll give you the answer right now. Yes. In fact, it's basically what I help entrepreneurs do for a living. I help entrepreneurs to systematize their business and then outsource the bulk of the work so they can stick to what they do best. So want to know how this works for you and how to set it up for yourself? Let's dive into today's video. So I've been in the outsourcing space for about over 15 years now. And over the years, I've really evolved a model that I now call team sourcing. So team sourcing is a way to really create growth in your company and freedom in your life because you don't have to create all the systems and all the processes and all the teams to help grow and scale your company. So one of the things I'm really passionate right now is helping entrepreneurs create sophisticated companies, really how you can have growth in your company and freedom in your life. What I'm finding right now is a trend to not create scalable, sustainable, and replicable companies that can work and grow without you if you left for 3 months, companies that build in value so one day when you exit the company you can sell it. The trend right now is a lot of we've created this siloed culture of freelancers and solopreneurs and just people that are managing a bunch of virtual assistants or doing a lot of the work themselves. And I really want to free you up to be able to be true to who you are. You know, where should your time be spent and where should it be best spent, right? So as we dig into team sourcing, my goal with this is to not just help you create cash flow in your company, but create wealth and value within your organization as well. Okay, so let me do a quick recap of how team sourcing has really evolved. So back in 2006, we started with more telephone answering service, virtual accounting work, and really kind of had to wait for people's mindsets to catch up, the smartphone to come out, internet speeds to come around. And so about 5 years ago, we really started testing different types of frameworks. So we started to play with kind of the virtual assistant model, and we realized that was broken for a lot of reasons because it wouldn't allow companies to create scalable, sustainable, and replicable companies. And I always came at it from how can I do things that are not going to fall back on the business owner's plate. And so we started to realize that we needed specialized skills. And so when a project or a task came in, we knew who needed to do that work so it could be done in the best way possible. We needed different pods and teams and departments to help support the overall projects that needed to be done. And so we handled the redundancy, we handled the turnover, we handled a lot of the process documentation to where it wouldn't fall back on the business owner's plate. And so that's been cool. We've been really testing out a lot of that. And then the last year, it's been even better. We've even deepened the team sourcing model because what we started to realize was a lot of entrepreneurs were still getting stuck. We had all these departments and all these things that the entrepreneurs could use, but they didn't know how to use them. And so it was interesting. And also, I guess as entrepreneurs, we have this fear, right? We don't have always the belief that we need to do what we need to do. And so we just hear all these things that experts are telling us to do, and so we end up doing it all. And I've run into a lot of clients that they have like everything already done, but they don't even have their first 10 customers sometimes. And so a lot of times we don't know the order of operations that we need to do things in. So I've done other team sourcing videos where I dig into other aspects, but this one I actually want to dig into how it relates to these phases of business. So the first thing when you dig in with team sourcing, we really want to understand first what phase of business you're in because that'll help us to determine what things you should be spending your money on. I really don't want to take your money in areas that you don't need to be doing work in. And so we want to understand what phase of business you're in and then what problems that you're having. And then really understand, okay, what are the different solutions you could do to help solve those problems? Because at the end of the day, I want to do what's best for you, the culture you're trying to build, the type of business you want, like how much flexibility do you want in your business, how much do you want to build your own in-house team, because team sourcing can actually help with the customer experience and the employee experience. So if you're looking to build your own in-house team, we can actually support you in that process to help build a good culture. So we really want to understand what phase of business you're in, then what problems you're actually having. And then when you list the problems that you have, I really want to match the phase of business with the problems and say, are those typical for that phase of business? Because sometimes people say, I need sales and marketing, but they really might have a bigger problem, like they haven't validated their product yet, or they haven't gone and experimented that this is really a problem that's worth solving. And so there's things that sometimes we use those blanket terms of I need sales and I need marketing, but I like to dig deeper into that and be like, what does that really mean? And so if we can compare the problems with the phase of business and determine, based on that phase, is that typical for that phase, we can really see if maybe you're focusing on the wrong things. So before I dig into the fourth point of how to work less and earn more through team sourcing, if you like videos like this, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. And comment other videos that you would love to see, and I will make it happen. Okay, now that we've identified the problem and the phase and making sure that you have the right problems for that phase, the fourth piece of this is really mapping out the customer journey or the employee journey. Because what that does is gives insight to the customer. A lot of times we keep it in our head, or like, do I need to hire this person, or do I really have this need? But when you really visually map it out, even like if you don't have an org chart, start with an org chart and then go into the customer journey as well. But it's gonna create big insight into where the gaps are in your company and who's in charge of what. And that is really the foundation of building processes and systems, and really the foundation of how team sourcing can work. Because now you can start to plug in, the center, which is the founder of the creative team sourcing, they can go and do this part of my business, and they can be this department. So really the only piece that I need to focus on is this part, and this person's accountable for this. And so it becomes really fun because we have so many different departments with team sourcing, we can get pretty strategic, and you can figure out what teams you really do want to hire in-house, or maybe you just want to hire a few core people, key people, and outsource the rest. There's so many different gradients that you can design, and it really is based on your vision that you have for your company, your tolerance for how much you like work versus play, right? Some people are driven by the willingness or the want to build and scale a team and grow a team, and some people that gives them heartburn and they get stressed by that. And so we can help figure out what's important to you, because at the end of the day, that's how you want to design your company. So the best next step to start team sourcing is to really go and take an assessment to figure out what phase of business you're in. This is a free assessment, and you can go to theimpactequation.com, take that assessment, and really determine what phase, what you need to do, and then what the next steps are to really get your business to run without you. So again, you can go to theimpactequation.com.